everybody else today, I'm going to start out with a quote. Plans are only good intentions unless they immediately degenerate into hard work. That was a quote by Peter Drucker, who is also known as the founder of modern management. Everybody sets goals, but it's not about setting them, it's about having the drive to follow through. Today I'd like to tell you a story that speaks to the importance of setting goals and working as hard as you can to accomplish them. The story will pertain to my last 2 jobs in restaurants. I started working at Firebird's Wood-Fired Grill right after my graduation, or my high school graduation. And I started out as a busser because I wasn't old enough to serve. But the ultimate goal was obviously to serve, so I worked my ass off to show the managers what I was made of. And it worked. I started serving 7 months later. In the rest of this speech, you will hear my struggles at Firebirds, my move to Topgolf, where I work now, and the goals that I've set working there, and then where I am now in Topgolf. So first, I will tell you about my difficulties at Firebirds. Things were going incredibly well for the first few months. I was getting good shifts, the managers were trusting me, they were trusting me with more responsibility. The problem was that I was going through a lot of stress at that time, and my body doesn't react to stress very well on multiple levels, so I got very, very sick for quite some time. I missed a lot of work and lost the trust of the managers. When I finally actually went back to start working, I was having issues getting that trust back. I was getting the worst shifts and just wasn't making enough money to sustain myself. That's when I decided to leave. I decided to find another job because I wasn't being treated right, and so I got a job at Topgolf, and I just haven't looked back. At that time in my life, I felt broken. I felt defeated. I came home every single day from work, just hating work, and I just wanted to leave as soon as I could. And I felt like all the hard work that I had worked toward had been forgotten. You have to be able to move past those hardships. You have to be able to set goals and then work as hard as you can to move on from there, and that's what I did at Topgolf. So now I'll tell you about the goals that I set at Topgolf. So when I first started working there, I took the words of the Pokemon theme song to heart. I want to be the very best. And in all honesty, that was my goal. I wanted to be the best server at Topgolf. I wanted to show management what I was made of. While I was in training, I also heard of another opportunity to make even more money at Topgolf called being an event ambassador, which is basically a server who just it serves private events. So naturally, that was my next goal. I want to be an event ambassador as soon as I could. As soon as I started working, I yet again worked my ass off to prove myself to the management, and it paid off. I started getting mentions and compliments from different managers and guests, and of course I brown-nosed like crazy to the managers because I wanted everybody to like me. But in order to progress in life, you have to be able to set goals and then accomplish them. It doesn't matter how small it is. It can be as easy as I want to stop drinking soda, or it can be as hard as I want to stop drinking alcohol. But it's not about just setting a goal. You have to go after it. You have to drive as hard as you can. Now I'll tell you where I am now at Topgolf. I'm actually starting to get better shifts. They're trusting me with more responsibilities, as well as shift leads, which is increased responsibility, but just not much increased responsibility. I was one of 3 people out of my hiring class to be chosen to start training for an EA, which was one of my goals. No, I am not yet the best server at Topgolf, but I'm still driving there. The only way in life to move forward is to keep driving, keep going. I know this is a small example, but it shows that I set my goals and then I drove toward them. I worked as hard as I could to accomplish those goals. In conclusion, I talked about setting goals and having the drive to go after and accomplish them. We learned about my problems in work and what I did to fix them by setting goals to be the best server that I could be. No, I'm not the best server at Topgolf yet, but taking the words of Peter Drucker, I'm going to keep working, I'm going to keep driving. I want to be the very best.